So the name of the podcast is Tap Tuesdays, right? And welcome back to another Tap Tuesdays. I'm your host, Marty, alongside
Alex Robertson.
Gabriel Nuts.
Alex Patel.
newcomer on the show. We haven't seen you here before. Hopefully not the last time we see you. And today we're going to be talking about a couple of things. We saw the Master Duel announcement last week, so we wanted to talk a little bit more about that and some of the things we got up to over the weekend as well. So let's start with Master Duels. What were your first initial thoughts when you saw the announcement for this game?
I was surprised they actually announced something. It was actually decent.
I was really surprised.
I had low expectations.
I thought it was going to be a Duel Links announcement.
Same.
Like
we talked about this on the other one, right?
Yeah,
we were like, it's probably just going to be some dumb thing.
Yeah.
They actually surprised us all.
Yeah. I was surprised with like how clean it looked as well.
Yeah.
I wasn't
hard
expecting that much. Yeah.
I think it'll take them a while though. I don't know. I don't know what it'll take them.
In fairness, the game has been in development for quite a while.
Yeah.
I think a couple of like players who went to Worlds back in 2019 even, on both the TCG and the Duel Links side also already knew that there was a Master Duel game in development at the time.
Yeah.
So they did also mention that they wanted these games at the 2022 World Championship. So it's quite likely we'll actually just get these maybe towards the end of the year or like early next year. I think. So
I would assume it's before the end of the year if the French Red. Because Worlds is usually in August, right? So if you need to release a game, surely there's a beta first.
Yeah.
To release, and you have to people have to get cards and they have to qualify.
Yeah. I feel like it's gonna be like a November, December type thing.
Yeah, I can feel that as well.
But yeah, it's not really much to talk about. It's just like it's crazy they actually did it. Like
yeah,
I think that's like the craziest bit.
Yeah.
Like...
And it looks super clean as well from the footage we saw. It was like you had like all the cards and the animations looked amazing. You have your little dual pet as well.
Stratos, let's go.
The actual like backgrounds in the fields and everything. They also look super clean. I don't think we talked about that.
No.
Where like the fields and stuff, they like backgrounds.
I think it's sick.
Hopefully they are like focusing on cosmetics, which means the monetization won't be so much impact in getting the card itself, which is I hope that's the case. Because
you've seen what Konami likes to do with like monetization and Duel
that's like the sketchy bit right
now. You know that graph that like Duel Links is the top grossing card game in the world, like the only one. I had no idea.
No, but I think it's in Asia. I'm not sure.
It's worldwide.
It's worldwide.
And even when it's split into like USA, Japan, it's like one of the top grossing in Japan as well. They make like in the last half, they made $110 million.
Is that because the paywall?
Yeah,
is it just because like there's a massive paywall?
It's insane how much money Duel Links makes.
Yeah, I think it was like the USA demographic was almost bigger than all of Hearthstone.
Yeah,
That's like crazy. Like
it's Book of Moons.
Why won't they like make the Master Duel really expensive then? Like I don't know if Duel Links.
We don't know. That's like the big thing. Like
the thing is like Duel Links is on ecosystem. Master Duel in theory, if they made it cheaper, it could attract players for the physical TCG, and as another farm they can get revenue. While Duel Links, like they have excuses to make it expensive.
Just to put it in perspective, out of like the gacha games and stuff, so Genshin Impact is like the most popular like gacha game by far, I think, pretty much. And that game on its own, not being a TCG or anything like that, that game's I think half revenue was also like around 178 million as well. So like that's not that far ahead of like Duel Links, which is crazy to me.
Only 60 million, nothing big.
But I mean, like comparison is not that because Genshin is a massive game.
Yeah, and just going back to the point about the ecosystems that you're talking about, like Duel Links is its own thing. Whereas Master Duel, like if they do something similar to like PTCGO, where they have like codes and like the card packs and stuff, that could be a really good way to push.
I don't think that's do it. I feel like that would increase like the like how much it cost per pack to like produce. Like, I feel like it would be. I feel like it would be.
Nah, I'm not sure.
I think over like a gross thing, it would like affect the profit margin that bit.
I wish they found ways to like correlate the physical game with Master Duel, be it with like physical tournaments giving Master Duel stuff, or like Master Duel stuff giving like buys for YCS, stuff like that. Like because they need to be the same game.
Yeah, because if you look retrospectively at what they've, oh no, we've lost Marcus.
Oh no.
We'll continue without him for a bit. Hopefully he'll rejoin. If we look retrospectively, we got him back.
We'll go back.
Oh.
Yep.
If we look retrospectively at what they've actually like cut from the packs, they cut ultis out of the packs from the main packs. They've cut ghosts.
Yeah.
They cut the common res from last year.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's that much of a stretch to imagine those cuts are being made so that they can implement something else in that place. So we saw the Starlights first.
Like, it's just the QR code, like no artwork, no like.
Remember they had like the card tips. They had like the missing person ones, like very back in the day.
Yeah.
Not that hard.
Silver Fang, Raigeki.
Yeah. The
combo.
I don't
They
know.
also had the Yu-Gi-Oh! Online card, no, didn't they? It's like, remember back in the like 5, I don't know, it was 5Ds packs.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I don't have high hopes that it's gonna be like affordable.
No.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, they did explicitly say that, Master Duel is its own thing for people who want to play like competitive TCG, OCG, or just like TCG or OCG experience anyway. So rather than like, the Legacy of the Duelist and Duel Links, which they make as like their anime roleplay games. So, I don't think it's unfair to have like a higher expectation of the game, considering what we've seen so far.
I think it's something that like had to happen because when you look at like Magic and Pokemon, the fact that they can like trend into esports basically.
Yeah.
So they focus a lot on viewing experience, which I found interesting because Yu-Gi-Oh is a hard game to follow.
Yeah.
There's so much going on. Even like players, you can get lost if you go straight to a match, let alone like a spectator.
I think that's an issue they've always had with like the live streams from events as well. Like, it's very hard to like market because how do you follow it? Like, if you don't have like good knowledge of the game, you can't really follow along to some of the plays.
Yeah, but with Master Duel, you can see it's very visual, right? Like you can see the board cracking, you can see the attack animation.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of their idea as well, to branch a bit on the viewing experience.
Also just like the number of events that they can have. So like for European YCSs, we only get like 4 a year. American maybe like 4 or 5. Whereas on like something like on Master Duels, you can have like a circuit series like every like 2 months, and it'd be a very regular recurring thing.
I think they will as well. That's something I can see doing. Like,
I mean, they do it in I keep going back to Duel Links because that's like the comparison point we have for like Konami's initial work on like an e-card game, on an electronic card game, and it's like they do KC Cups every 2 months pretty much. So, and the initiatives they've pulled on there are like pretty good. So
I can definitely see it like becoming its own like competitive scene, I guess. Because like they've outlined it that they want it to qualify you for Worlds, right? So like I can definitely see them like going that route on it, and it's just like how well they execute it, I think, is the big question.
Yeah, if you do it successfully, it has the potential of bringing a lot more people into the game, a lot more Twitch content. Like people like not everyone has the time or like even like the place to play Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Like it's easier for us to say because like in London, the UK, like there's a bunch of people, but there are a bunch of countries like people right now are just sweating DB and have no shout and shout outs from on like a real on a official competitive scene. But on Master Duel you can be from anywhere, which is the advantage of global card game and electronic card games.
Like I think Yu-Gi-Oh is like a really fun game. It's just a lot of people can't start to play because they can't afford the cards. Like I'm sure if those more people started playing that, like it's I don't know. I think it's more fun than a lot of other online games out there.
Because I think this is something a lot of people are worried about is like in comparison to MTG and Pokemon, where they have like set rotation, where they don't have like a finite card pool every so often. Yu-Gi-Oh has to go into this with an above 10k like card pool. Like how do you implement that in a new system?
So
subscriptions? I don't know. I think I would love subscriptions.
I
think people would be down to pay a subscription fee to like have access to card pools and stuff.
But the thing is like I think maybe the fact that they need to implement 10k cards it makes it impossible for them to charge for everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Because imagine like you need to play like a Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Think of how many sets a Yu-Gi-Oh deck is spread about.
Yeah.
Like because even if reprint sets and everything, I think one of the things we discussed, maybe if they like give you everything that already exists and only charge you for like new cards.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that as well.
Yeah.
But the Hearthstone dust system is alright. Like I think I've never had any problems with playing a deck.
Yeah, Hearthstones are like dust, you know. You need you can do Duel Links that like you can dust cards. Or like convert cards into
anything like worthwhile at least. You can't
like wild cards on Magic the Gathering on MTG Arena. You need something.
Yeah.
Like all other card games have. Duel Links is a gacha game. It's not a card game.
Yeah. Like oh my god. What was that? What was the spellbook card you needed from like that one random set? Spellbook Organization.
Organization.
Yeah. So like it was like this one spellbook card. So all the spellbook cards came out in one set, and then this one card that just has spellbook in the name is like from one of the first sets, and it's just a common. Yeah. And I remember spending like I don't know how much money just to like go through like 60 or 70 packs for a common.
Just for that one common card, exactly. I had to do the same thing as well.
You can't buy a card like with any in-game currency in Duel Links,
exactly.
But you can in every other card game. So like in Hearthstone, like a legendary costs like 1,600 to craft, and you can uncrafted it for 400, so like a fourth of the cost.
Yeah.
So basically, you can convert any 4 legendaries, like 4 secret rares, into any secret rare in the game.
Yeah.
You need something like that.
Having no system like that in Duel Links is pain. Like even recently, like in the newest set, there was the Exabeetle that I needed for a new deck, and that's just a rare. That's a 6 of in a 180 pack box, and it took me like nearly half the box to pull it, and I pulled like all the ultras before it. Like it was crazy.
Yeah. So, hopefully they get it right.
Yeah, hopefully. Like only time will tell, really. Like
it scares me they didn't mention monetization at any point during the presentation. No. So maybe not even they are decided on how they're gonna do it. But best case scenario is just focus on cosmetics. People give Konami so much money for shiny versions of
100%.
Of virtual cards. In Duel Links, people like reset boxes to get like prismatics.
Yeah.
So, like.
Right. Give me a shiny tanky.
Because because there was a skill like super toxic.
Oh yeah. That was
different though. Like
that
was definitely different.
But otherwise,
there's still like gonna be ways that they're gonna pay for Konami. At the end of the day, that's what really generates like a bunch of the profit of a game.
Yeah.
So and I think they might be able to like take a hit, like make less of a insane money in this if it's bringing people to the card game and if Duel Links just keeps crossing so much.
Yeah, if they make money from Duel Links, I can't see why they won't just take the small, like minor revenue loss and try to like have a growing player base.
Well, the other side is they could just like see how much Duel Links makes and be like, what if I make two times that?
Bro, imagine playing like Duel Links, the physical card game, and Master Duel. Like,
like
Herman's bank is getting broken. Like,
no. What's our bank money?
I imagine it will be like a sort of medium, like a middle ground where like cosmetics will be like the thing that they try to market and like try to monetize, but also like as in like with the card packs to sort of bridge like the physical card game and product with the Master Duel program. I think something like that is what we'd see. Yeah. The good ending is obviously like subscription, get all the cards.
What do you mean? Just free game, bro? Free game.
Free game, yes, completely free.
Then we don't have to like make content to afford Gabriel's Dragon Shield sleeves and Master Duel.
The virtual Dragon Shield sleeves.
Virtual Dragon Shields. It's the only way.
You should buy a pet version of Heretic Steel. It's important.
We need to get him a set of prismatic Remuses in that game.
True.
Oh.
Important.
What if they don't give you Remus? The game's just screwed. Like,
how am I winning games?
What's he doing? So at the weekend, you guys played actual Yu-Gi-Oh! I didn't get
so
to,
bizarre.
But
it was so fun.
It was fun, yeah.
I played against Grand Marju, an Earth Machine, and lost to both. So I'm not sure I'd say that we played.
Did you drop?
No, but that's locals, man. No, that's what you expect. You got the full local experience.
Yeah.
Okay, so I went back and I thought about it as well. You remember the game I told you about Grand Marju where he flipped one floodgate, popped it.
Yeah.
And another guy, he flips, there can be only one. See, here's the thing, right? I completely forgot I had Phoenix in my extra deck, so I could have just made that and popped it. So, but here's the thing, but like against meta decks, you never remember that you have Phoenix because Phoenix sucks, right?
What do you mean? Why do you have
man, not my fault.
If he has a floodgate, I have a Phoenix in my extra deck.
It's not my
dragon extra deck, right? Because it never comes up in like any like competitive matchup that we've tested.
But surely
so, like,
you have the Phoenix there for the floodgate.
Like, yeah,
I know it's there, but you forget about it, right?
It's like when you summon
no, you need the locals experience to put like you have to have the shock in your experience. You have to shock to the system. Now you're
so what you're trying to say is that you could have beaten Grand Mage round 1, then you maybe just win the tournament.
I know I would have completely changed the course.
Of course.
All the rubbish that I could have not played against.
The Earth Machine experience. I see.
The Earth Machine. That deck actually I don't get how you lost as well, because that deck just doesn't do anything.
Bro, it does a lot. It does a lot. I played against a guy.
Yeah, but it does like, a lot to do nothing, though.
I mean, he ended on 5 interrupts, so it was a struggle.
But were any of them like engine interrupts?
It was a trap that was not searched.
Oh, okay.
And then, but it summoned Raigeki and it popped one because it popped Fortress.
I mean, you might as well just play like Zoo with Barrage Blast at that point, right?
Oh,
guess so. I'm not saying it's good, but it was fun to play a game in person again. It's different.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Not used to it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like you guys haven't played like actual locals for like so long, right?
Yeah.
I played one in September last year when things relaxed here a bit.
Yeah.
The Dark Sphere. I remember like a 3-round Dark Sphere tournament.
Yeah, I mean, like, because what we had before was just like 6-man pods. 3 rounds.
That's not real locals.
Actual locals, is it? Yeah.
But like an actual like 30-man locals,
Felt nice. Pricing was good as well, if we didn't suck.
Yeah. Pricing was,
I don't know. Sam didn't suck and he still didn't get good pricing though.
What do you mean?
He got like,
What was the second ulti? He hasn't told me what the second one was.
It was
Book of Moon. And
the Requiem.
Dark Requiem.
Oh, that's why he hasn't talked about it.
Nah, I didn't get a ulti. I had 15 packs. I've been scammed.
But didn't Bancroft also get a Requiem?
Henry got.
Nah, Bancroft got a Flesia.
Yeah.
I just minus it. It's fine.
As always.
At least I found my deck. It's fine.
Oh yeah, because you lost your deck.
We don't talk about that.
And then we had to because we were halfway on the way back from like Western Supermare, and then you realised you left your deck, so we had to get off the bus.
Everyone's had that heart attack. Like you lost your deck. Like
Thank God I'm paranoid. For some reason, like some light intervened and it made me check my backpack. I'm like,
oh no, my Remuses. Oh,
no. Remus, I'm like, how am I playing this? How am I playing this without Remus? And then we went off in Western Supermare or wherever we were. Then a guy was very nice and drove the deck back to us.
What was he? You gotta shout him out. What guy? Didn't he drive to you?
Yeah, he drives Mark. Shout out, he was very nice. He saved my.
Everyone at the locals was not like,
everyone was super
expensive deck, and no one was like,
Yeah, my deck now, Gabriel.
Your deck, my deck.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I need to get the credentials back, bro.
Everyone was nice in general, though. It's the kind of thing, I don't know. It's harder to like make friends playing remote duel Yu-Gi-Oh! It's not personable, but in person you go, you chat to a guy, you do trades.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I definitely missed it because I've had like my first like actual locals not in pods as well the last couple of weeks, and it's been nice playing more than 3 rounds, like in person.
Yeah,
for sure.
With my Paleozoic deck, powerful.
Rise to full height.
Oh, I wish. I actually just don't own any. So,
is it a combo?
Yeah, I don't own bulk, bro. My bulk's
it's rise to full height your Toad and negate something with Toad, and they can't attack.
You like you rise to full height Paleos and stuff, and
Sounds like effort.
You know what? True.
Really,
it's just a laugh in it.
Alright, so Marcus, what's your view on current Yu-Gi-Oh? Because you haven't played in a while.
Yeah.
No,
then you jumped again.
So I haven't played like in a while, but I saw this. The guys were playing in the remote duel by CS, and Sam did well with Tri Brigade. So I'm like, this deck's got to be an easy deck to play.
Oh yeah, if Sam did well with it, right, it has to be.
It's like this deck is definitely just. Easy.
Nah, it wasn't struggling. Like but he was steamrolling, and I started picking, and like I was just like I wasn't even comboing. I just linked someone from my extra deck. I'm like, wait, what? And I'm not even summoning more than 5 monsters, and I've got an Apollo, and like I've already got an Apollo. I've only summoned like 4. Like
yeah.
But the Tri Brigade deck looks amazing. But then I played the Mirror, and I'm like,
oh no,
I don't think I can win. Like if I put in a lot, I don't know. It doesn't feel like it rewards you as much for putting in a lot of time. But maybe I didn't see anyone play the Prankids deck. Maybe that deck's like skillful, and Gabriel's Dragon Link deck definitely looks like you get rewarded for investing time. I haven't seen much. Yeah, I've only really know much about the Tri Brigade deck. I don't know really much what Drytron does. That looks like really high rolly. Probably gonna play at locals.
Yeah, I just, like, again, like even as high rolly as it is, like even then, like I still like misplayed over the weekends. So I always like think about my games afterwards, and there's always like little things that you can do better. And like I think when that deck is like really optimal, even then it's like a bit of a struggle.
You still have to like play perfectly, put like around every hand trap and stuff to like get there.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, do you think it's like the best deck to play like one-on-one matches with? Like,
it's hard to say because I played the Dragoon variant this weekend. I think the Dragoon variant is now like the best variant to play in a tournament. It's not the best list in theory, just because like you have the bricks and everything like that, and it's like a suboptimal list. But just as a tournament deck, I think if you can play it relatively well, like you can get a lot of mileage out of those engines. Because like, you know, as I've said with the Drytron cards, very high quality cards, and they like trade favorably into things, into like the conventional hand traps aside from like a cycle reader, and then like you keep throwing cards at you. If you're going first, you just throw cards at your opponent, simplify the, like if they throw 2 hand traps at you, you make Dragoon, and then they're playing into a Dragoon with like 3 or 4 cards, and that's always a struggle into like especially if they're playing like a fair deck. And like going second, you do have like a little bit of a chance to like throw cards and break the boards, just because the Drytron names themselves again. One-on-one interactions. It does struggle into things like Appaloozas and stuff, just because like that's one card trading with like 3 or 4 of your names. But as I say, I think it is one of the better decks of the format. Like
it looks broken.
It does look broken.
Definitely.
Like, they're all Dragon Rulers. Like every single card's a Dragon Ruler. That's still like
Dangers at Fishborg, like.
It's the biggest ceiling deck in the format by like a huge margin. It's just because everyone just prepares for it because you can. Retro's an FTK deck, so everyone over prepares for it, and then it struggles. It struggles to beat other decks when it goes second because you can't fit non-engine, and you can't beat most of you. Bro, my Discord screen just started like it's updating, so I thought it disconnected. That's right. I don't know. So I just stayed quiet because I'm like, oh shit, it disconnected. Drytron just struggles to beat like Apollo, for example, against D-Links like hand traps on like Prankids Butler's annoying draws hand traps. So it has a hard time to go second. So it's like I don't like playing Drytron, but I hate playing against Drytron. It's never a good experience when the deck is involved.
I think it's something I'll invest a couple more hours into, a couple more events into, and then if it's still not working, then that probably means we're not getting there. We're not getting anywhere.
Not done.
It looks hard to beat Tri Brigade though. If you're someone that has to, I don't know, Tri Brigade looks.
Tri Brigade's a weird one. I
don't know.
If it's engine like resolves,
it's easy to play.
The issue is like the fair decks are kind of better into Tri because Tri folds to one interruption very often. Like one Veiler, one Imperm Gamma, sometimes Action Fractal. But the Drytron doesn't happen, so against Drytron everything resolves. You also don't have to fear anything if you know it's Drytron. You could just go push the wall. There's no respect.
You just want like get a Poly for 4 and like revolt. And
then like you have to draw non-engine to deal with that, and then you have like Furge to have a hand trap, and you have a revolt. And Drytron. And the other issue Drytron has is like, if it breaks a board, it doesn't actually do that much. Because going first, you can like.
Zeus and that's it.
Just Zeus. Zeus is like a main trap. Because going first, you set up infinite negates, but it's so hard to set up with madnesses going second. So you're kind of just relying on like breaking then summoning Zeus and hoping it's enough. Dragoon helps a bit. But again,
I think Dragoon helps quite a bit going second. Like you were talking about like siding it out in games 2 and 3, going second and first or whatever. I sort of found the opposite. I found myself keeping it in more often than not, just because it really does like help once you throw cards into their interrupt, and then you just go Dragoon
It's just that Tritron has no side out realistically. It's a deck that like there's no side outs.
You have to
play it on the engine. There's nothing. Like everything's engine.
I mean, you do have to like take the compromise and like sometimes side out bits of the engine, like the fast one, like the field spell has to come out, the extra copy of prep comes out. Like these are the sort of like compromises you have to make when playing the deck, I guess.
But yeah, so after playing this weekend, Marcus, does this like rekindle your like enjoyment of the game, I guess, and like make you want to play more so?
Honestly, I don't know, because like a lot of the games when I was playing, it felt very die rolly. I mean, like I'm not sure you get rewarded for putting in a lot of effort. Like if you put in the bare minimum, you can play the deck, and then if you can play the deck, you can win some games. And when it's your day and you draw nice hands, you'll top once. But like a lot of the things just seem out of your control. If you're losing dice rolls or if they hand trapped you, some things just it does seem very weird. Like maybe there's like a big emphasis on deck building, but like that only really comes from having like a very good knowledge around the format and experience with all the other decks. But I feel like deck building is the difference when it comes to entering new events, and that's why Gabriel did well, Sam did well. Both the decks I think are really good. But if everyone's playing the same deck, it's gonna be difficult.
Yeah, it's a lot from I think you playing Tri Brigade that you get this feeling. That's what I got when I played Tri. I'm like, my input doesn't matter.
It didn't really.
My decisions are irrelevant. If I resolve, I win. If I don't resolve, I probably lose.
Yeah.
The deck has all good cards. I look at it's literally like 40 good cards. Like which is kind of cool. But I think if you're at the top of the game, I think you get rewarded, but it will be a lot of work. Because you'll be building like the best new decks, and you'll probably get rewarded. Yeah. But if you're in the middle, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think like the format evolved a lot from like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
like there was
so quickly.
Yeah, this is all the online play. So like there was the YCS like 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
And then you had the LCS with a different metagame. You had the Dragon Riders thing for like 100 players this week and pretty stacked as well.
Yeah.
And like you can see like this tournament, for example, Tri Brigade had a horrible conversion rate.
Yeah.
Topped it was a 1 top, and it was like the most representative deck. Yeah. Because I think everyone's just adapting to Tri Brigade. There's more Prankets now, which is a bad Tri Brigade matchup. Yeah. So it just comes and goes. I think a lot of current Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just playing the correct deck at the correct time.
Yes.
Yeah, that seems like it.
Just finding the timing for it.
But it's so hard to have the the knowledge to be able to think, that only really comes from playing like hours and hours and being very like experienced.
Yeah, I think a lot is testing group as well. When you have a good testing group and you have a lot of good people, it makes it easier to find those calls.
Because in the format past, you could like sort of be proficient with one deck, learn every matchup with one deck, and just adapt that one deck. Like especially in like 2019, I think you could just get away with playing Striker for the most of it, or Salad for most of it, or Orcus for most of it.
For more than a year, you could
play the most part. Yeah, it's crazy. Like most of the year, not even just format, just like the year. But now, like every new format, I feel like if you don't have a grasp on like every single deck and all of its matchups, you can tend to struggle, especially at the higher levels of play. Another point I was going to make earlier while you guys were talking about it, I thought it was just quite interesting to see like how different people had just sort of like handled like the lack of Yu-Gi-Oh, like the lack of offline Yu-Gi-Oh before we started playing. And like this weekend, like, you know, Marcus wasn't really involved. Gabriel was like sort of completely involved with like everything. He's just the Wi-Fi warrior of the team now.
Wi-Fi warrior. Oh no, that's definitely Hash. You can't say that about me.
Oh,
Hash should speak Wi-Fi warrior.
Only Wi-Fi.
Yeah, true.
It's an old man.
Yeah, and just like the different like middle grounds of how different people have been going about it. Like Betty's playing like remote duels. I played Duel Links for whatever reason. It's just it's been an interesting time, but it's nice to be back on it and nice to have weekends at Marcus's, a new addition to our weekend.
I had a good time. Yeah, I thought it was nice having you guys over.
It's so nice.
I was actually so sad I missed it. But
it just felt like a normal like regionals weekend, you know. We went out, we go, we eat somewhere, we play a shitty Yu-Gi-Oh tournament in the middle of absolute nowhere, get a bus, lose to some dumb deck.
It's an experience, isn't it? Like
it was just fun, man.
Some decks multiple.
True. In plural.
Oh my god.
Nah, it was so fun. Really missed it. It's so good to see you're like almost there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost.
For sure.
Like,
Almost.
I hope there's some like more in the next few weeks. There's like that crazy card tournament right next week.
Yeah, it's on Sunday. I think Henry's going. I think he didn't tell anyone. He just said, "I'm going. I'm going to my OTS box."
I want my
Oh,
OTS.
he's getting his OTS box.
Yeah.
Anything for OTS packs, bro.
YCS Saturday.
YCS Saturday.
Crazy cards Sunday.
Yes.
Just be completely messed up and just go to the Sunday like completely hungover.
My plan is to win the YCS, then O2 drop the next tournament, as is tradition.
Yeah.
I'll make sure I make a Facebook post when you go to. It's okay.
O2, he lost to Earth Machine
He
round
lost
2.
to Earth Machine round 2.
Oh no.
After the Gren matchup.
Grand Earth
True
Machine.
UK experience.
Like.
And there's a
Harold
pen on
can't
there.
negate- Nah, Harold can't negate normal summon Gren. It's crazy.
Wham, bro. Just
Wow.
punch.
Whack.
It's funny.
Nah, that's actually funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Weekend at Marcus's, new staple.
Yeah.
staple.
Get some cooking down as well.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yo, what's not a staple is the bus driver threatening to kick us out of the bus. That's something
Bro,
else.
you guys are not public trained. How can you guys
Bro,
get?
I'm literally saying
I
this
don't
for
know.
years.
I've never seen a coach intercom tell someone to shut up. I've never.
Nah, so the first one, Mari was actually loud. But for the second time, when he actually threatened us, like, there was nothing happening. I'm not willing to defend Mari's volume.
I hate people talking on the coach. Is it me? It's so annoying.
Were you not talking? Were you
There
must
was-
have
I was not
talking.
on the coach. I wasn't on the coach, but
Yeah.
I just heard the story.
Oh.
There was no one. Like, there was, like, other than us, there was, like, 3 people in the coach.
Oh, really?
Was Sam asleep?
Nah, not at this point. He's
Sam
left
was
after.
asleep? Oh my
He's
god.
left after, yeah.
I feel like I'm proud. Proud of Sam for not sleeping.
Nah, Sam was awake until, like, midnight or, like, almost
No
1 a.m.
way, no
on
way.
Sunday, right? On Saturday.
That's past
We're playing-
bedtime. What?
Yeah, I was shocked.
Oh my god. Nah, do you know what I've learned recently, right? Gabe is actually a loud one as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
I've,
Oh,
like,
no.
I've
He
decided
is.
Gabe is
Yeah.
loud. Like, he's not quite
Gabe
like
is
Mardy or
not
Connor
probably
loud,
loud.
but like, he's on his
What
way
loud?
out there.
Wait, not snoring. Loud.
No, no, no,
like,
just
No,
normal.
no,
loud.
I don't-
Loud.
Oh no, I think yeah,
Just
he's a bit,
loud.
you're a bit loud.
I don't have a loud person. Nah, I
Yeah,
can be
You're
loud.
working- but if London's
When you
bringing
get
it out-
passionate, when you
London
get
is
passionate,
bringing it
that's
out of you. Oh, when you get passionate, the top comes off and he
True,
gets violent.
true.
He
Oh,
gets
I was
violent.
angry. Nah, but I don't have a loud personality like Mari. Mari's just loud in general.
True.
what he's saying.
Mine is bare loud.
That's what I said. He's like, that Marty guy is loud.
Said this.
Sam. I thought it Sam.
That's
Oh,
hilarious.
oh, you're
That's
flatmate.
hilarious. That's actually hilarious. Yo, if I was your roommate, I'd chat shit about Marty too. I would.
Nah, he like Marty. He just said he was loud.
He was loud.
Loud.
I'm not like everyone. Like I feel like most people are like they don't hate me. They're like they're like yeah, he's allowed. Like
That's it. Yeah, you know,
Yo.
I think it was.
Konami just posted the Remote Duel YCS trophy. It looks so good.
Oh, it does it.
Really?
Alright, let
Is it
me.
like,
Should I
'cause
bring it up
usually-
on? Wait, just show your. Oh wait, no, don't show your screen. It'll ruin
I'm
it.
not sharing it. I message it on the
Oh,
general.
no. Where's this gonna open up to if I open it? Oh, okay, peng. Oh wait, what?
Yeah, bro, this looks fire.
Yo, that's sick.
Oh, I need to win this now. Look at this.
What?
Nah, this is
Bring it
good.
home. Someone's got to bring it home. Wait, let me see.
Wait, where is it? I'm still waiting.
It's on general.
Holy fuck! What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yo, can we edit this in?
Oh,
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
let me
I'll
go
add
easier.
this in afterwards,
What?
but oh my god, that is insane.
This thing is
Hold
bang.
it,
That is
This is
wham.
like-
Yo, Mark's
Yo,
is gonna
that-
enter the event now, shit.
Mark's gonna enter on top 16.
Yeah, oh my god.
This is insane.
Bang.
Yo, that's nice.
Oh my god.
Yo,
Why
that's
did
the...
they make YCS trophies so shit before? Like, this is.
I don't get it. Yo, Sam doesn't even get a YCS trophy normally. Like,
No,
Yo.
but like, because they're giving out trophies to what, top
top
4?
4, yeah.
Top 4, yeah. I don't know if
So,
this is the same for top 4.
no,
Maybe this
it's
is just
gotta
a
be.
champion.
It's gotta be.
Nah, it's got to be, and it just has the different.
Bro, this
Yeah.
looks so nice. I'm shocked.
2 more wins. 2 more wins. Someone's got to bring it back.
Nah, right. We're gonna win it. It's fine.
That's the winner's trophy. Wait, that's the winner's trophy.
Yeah, but
like, wait, no way. What are they gonna give the others? Like a medal? Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
I would.
No, like at 200, only one person got like the big
Yeah, the
slap
big.
trophy,
Did you see the
right?
200th one? Right, it's like massive in comparison. Like,
Yeah.
Oh no, Marcus froze.
He just froze laughing. He's like,
Oh, no, he's back. He's back.
He's back.
He's back.
Oh, what did I froze? Did I freeze up?
yeah.
No, but like they didn't promise to give out trophies for the 200.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
No one else got trophies for the 200. But no, they'll give. I'm sure top 4 they'll be the same trophy. Like,
That'd be mad. That would be mad. That is insane. Yo, that's
It's
kind of
what
games like shelf there. Look at it.
Yeah, I have the 2 LCS ones on top. We can put them on them.
What do the LCS ones look like? I've never seen them before.
Oh, congrats.
Whip them out for the content, Gabe.
Yeah.
Whip it out.
Get both of them out.
Whip it out.
Whip it out for the content.
That's a weird angle to say whip it out, isn't it?
Oh wait, what?
Oh shit, they look nice.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
Wait,
It's
that's
just
better than
like-
yours, Marcus. I can't lie.
My trophy looks so bad. Oh, it's
Right.
literally just
Yo,
like
wait,
a
it's
piece of paper.
Right?
No, it's like a piece of
Yeah.
paper and like 2 pieces of like plastic attached to it.
Yeah.
I've got some nice trophies in my room.
We need a gamer house just for a trophy cabinet.
True. We need a trophy cabinet.
We
It's
have
like a
to-
trophy cabinet.
Yeah. I'll have one right here, so you can all send them to me. It's all good.
They're all baddies trophies.
My trophy now. I can't earn them myself, so I have to earn them through you guys. It's the
Exactly.
only way. But yeah, no.
Cool.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
Yo, I'm actually gassed.
Anything else? Any other final thoughts?
The weekend? I don't think so. I think we covered most things.
Just what's it called? Dragon Ball Z when everyone gives like the energy to. That's so we got to do that to Game and Sam.
It's if one of them gets, God forbid, gets knocked out, it's gonna be the All Might pass it on thing. That's
What? Oh wait. Oh yeah.
It's
you next.
It's your turn next.
You know, we're all hyping up. We're all gonna lose the top 16, and then no one's not even making the stream.
Game, I'm looking into your eyes right now. No.
Oh yeah.
No.
Bad.
It's fine. I'll do my best to sack Triton.
Must win.
Must win.
Must win.
Otherwise,
You're not allowed
back.
to lose in
Free
it.
hand trap, safe chaos space.
Yeah. Free hand traps,
Alright,
chaos space,
well.
something.
Absoluter.
Absolutely.
Wham. Summon dragon. Link. Summon dragon. Link.
Summon Triton. Summon Chaos Ruler. Yes.
Summon chaos ruler and
Summon
Vine.
Search Remus.
Search Remus.
Search Remus. Oh, we always forgot the game plan.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Can't forget the gameplay.
But yeah,
With all that said, thank you for joining us for another episode of How Many Times We Can Joke About Remus Before They Figure Out We're Joking.
What?
Why did you say joking?
Jokingly.
Jokingly.
Anyways, if you like the podcast, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. If you're here from YouTube, be sure to check out the Spotify link in the description and follow us there. Check out our sponsors. Alex, what are they again?
You're the worst.
Horrible.
Check out our sponsors, MetaMats, Card Market, and of course the Brotherhood Games. Big up Mike. What else we got?
Mike.
Oh, mugs.
Mugs.
Oh
Gamers
yeah,
at
check out the
Apparel.com.
merch at Gamers Apparel.
Yep.
Use the discount code in the description.
Pardon?
What's
Where
our
is it?
discount code? I can't remember. Well, remember.
You're just as bad.
I think it was Disciples with a 5 instead of an S.
Yeah, I think that's it.
No, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you
And
could
then,
not
and-
give us more money, but yeah.
And watch the live stream on the weekend, I guess.
Yeah, watch
Hopefully
the
we'll
live stream.
make live stream on
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah.
That's really weird that they're not doing top 16. They're just doing like top 8.
Yeah, it's
doesn't
fine.
make
I'll
sense
just
to me,
I'll just do my best to win.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Optimism in it.
Watch party.
Literally, watch party. Watch party.
Yeah.
Hopefully, watch party and celebrations later. It's gonna be fun.
Hopefully, I believe. I'm optimistic. Otherwise, you can get drunk because you lost.
I'll get wasted to celebrate or wasted to complain about it.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next week.
Next week.